Hey, no way did I get that all.
Great shot, John.
Thanks. From Santo.
Get in the car. Hey y'all, what's up? Little different video here. If you want to skip to the golf, go right ahead. But this video is about my travels to the US Mid Am Qualifier in South Florida, and then right after that, the 40 and over championship. So this is the video I hope to make for this great golf adventure. Unfortunately, this happened. Got some steroids, got some muscle relaxers, so yeah, me, right? Spent all this time practicing, planning for this trip, and I throw my back out. So couldn't play, but hey, I'm gonna make the best of it. Went to the beach, got some pizza, found this cool rock.
This is my shorts. Why was this in my shorts?
And caddied for Nathan. So that's what this video is about. My caddying adventure with Nathan. Fairway number 1.
So to be an effective caddy, you have to know 3 things. 1, you have to know the course and the course layout. 2, you have to know like strategy, when to go for it, when to lay back, when is it smart to go for it. And 3, you have to know your player and their abilities and what they're good at and not so good at. So Nathan's strength as a golfer, 100% his tee-ball. He hits a fade exclusively. He totally eliminates the left side of the golf course as best as anyone I've seen do it. He'll hit 12 fairways around easily. Ball striking is usually very good too, as long as he's able to play enough rounds throughout the year to keep it going. The shortcoming is definitely his short game. Putting's okay, but his wedge game is definitely not the best. So he tries to play away from that wedge game, but I'm the kind of person that thinks the closer you get, the better chance you have to make birdies. So let's take this first hole as an example, okay? It's only about 330 yards, pretty short. Nathan had toyed with the idea of laying up short of this bunker, hitting like, I don't know, a 5-iron off the tee, then having like a 9-iron in. The bunker's only 250 to carry, maybe a little uphill. He could probably hit a 3-wood, but being the first shot of the day, and like, just hit driver. You hit about 280, 290. There's a big gap up there. There's like no trouble. OB is way left. There's nothing right. Yes, you're going to have a short little wedge shot, but a crappy wedge shot from 60 or 70 yards is going to be way better than a nervous, not so great 9-iron from 155.
Too big of a backswing. I got away with it.
So yeah, caught it a little heavy, but only had like 25 feet for birdie. Easy 2-putt, stress-free par to start your day. So let's see how he goes next few holes. I'll be back on hole number 5.
Here we go.
Nice. That's what we gotta do, get them par 5s.
All right, hole number 5. This is one of those instances where you have to know your player. If I was playing this hole, I would lay up short of this water on the right, which is about 260 out. I'd probably hit like a 5-wood, because the distance between this OB on the left and this lake, right where you want to hit driver, is like 45 yards between those two. But Nathan, hitting that cut exclusively, always hitting that fade right back to the center of the fairway, he felt confident he could just hit a driver where no one else here could. So he's going to take it up the left side, fade it, and let's see what happens.
Oh, perfect. That was confident. Good job.
Perfect drive here. He's got like 125 in. Everyone else in the group laid back behind that lake had like 175 in. One guy missed the green, I think, left, one right. But Nathan here at 125 feet. PGA Tour average dispersion from the pin is like 17 feet from 120. From 170, you're looking at like 26 feet. So that's 10 feet closer on average if you can put it up closer to the green and hit like a 125 shot instead of a 175 shot. So from here, this is what happened.
Here we go.
This shot. Anyway, had 158 into this one. Little uphill, wind coming in from the right a little bit. Back of the green was 165. His 8-iron goes 165 stock. So we're thinking, hit your cut 8-iron into that wind. It'll hold it up. Landed about pin high. Should be perfect. He pulled it a bit, went a bit further than he thought, flew over the green, but thinking back on it, probably should have guided him toward a 9-iron to protect against that, because there wasn't much room behind that pin. And if you're long, you're dead. So that's just us not playing the course off and not knowing where to hit it, and then not playing for that miss. So kind of a good example of if you could get closer to the green, you'd probably be in a better position. But this is a tough hole. He just had to hit a good iron shot, and we just didn't execute. So first bogey of the day here.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, what we thought was a perfect drive ends up kicking left to the left side here. We're blocked out. The green is about 250 away. We're not thinking going for the green here, but we just want to like rope hook something around these trees and maybe roll up to the green, maybe right in front. You know, so we're going with a 3-iron here. Probably should have looked at it a little bit closer, because this is what happened.
I'd hit a provisional. I don't think it went past the bush.
So yeah, the ball clearly did not hook. We're left with no shot to the green. I had to go find his provisional, which I couldn't find, so we only have 2 balls left at this point. But he ended up making a decent bogey to keep us back at even par. So there's still a lot of holes left. Trying to remind him of that he can still make a lot of birdies and come in. So we're still expecting the cut to be about -3 at this point, but that may change in a bit.
All right, made the turn. Even par. My man needs electrolytes. Run in the clubhouse while he pushes it to number 10. Gatorade time. Run it back. Gatorade light. Celsius. I think the Celsius is going to be a good call. Need some caffeine, need some energy, B vitamins. Oh, gonna make the back 9. 3 under par. Let's do it. Oh.
Long par 5 here, crucial tee shot. But you notice all these holes seem to have a little left to right shape to them, which is like perfect for Nathan. Crushes this one off the tee. Leaves us in great position here for this 3-wood, like 265, 275 to the pin. Laces it right at the stick. We can't see it land. We get up there and find this.
I don't think I can hit it that far. Tell you the truth. I've gotten a lot of sandwiches in my life. This is one of them. Hey. No way did I get that off.
Great shot.
Thanks. From Santo.
If Nate's kids are watching, Daddy wasn't really angry. He was just pretending, okay?
Sandwich. That was tasty. It doesn't look good sandwich.
So sometimes the bad breaks are the ones that get you fired up. And Nathan's the kind of player where when he gets kind of angry and upset, he does grind and focus a bit better. This is one of those cases where I really wanted him to make this birdie. We read this for probably a good minute and a half. Changed our mind a couple times, but ultimately ended on one read, and this happened.
Here we go.
There's no way. Like if you'd have said like there's no way I can get it to the hole.
At this point, I can tell Nate's pretty pumped up. Stripes a 5-iron here on this par 3, but just catches the top lip of the bunker.
Be the one.
Rolls in, hits a decent bunker shot, but misses like a 8. 10-footer for par.
Hit
So
it.
ends up making a bogey, going to the next
right.
hole. Thinking we still need to get to 3 under. Hits a shot here off to the right
Oh.
that kind of, I think it's a good break after we pass. So I thought he caught a decent break here, getting a bare lie instead of being behind that tree or in the rough, but kind of pulls it a bit over the green and makes another bogey. So at this point, I can tell Nate thinks he's pretty much out of it. But looking at the scores as we're coming in, I think it's going to be at -2. So I'm trying to convince him, keep playing. There's still birdie holes left.
So
Hit some quality shots all day. You never know when you'll catch a break. You never know what's going to happen ahead of you. Then this happened. He had pulled his 3-wood a bit left off the tee. We asked for a ruling, but that box is not in play, so couldn't move it. No worries. Hits a nice high cut wedge up there. Maybe like 25 feet.
all right, shot.
Definite must make here. Got to birdie the last 3 to even sniff at having a chance. There was a ball mark about 8 feet short of the hole. He asked, should I roll it below it or above it? And I'm like, roll it right over it. That's the best chance you got. So that's what he did.
Here we go.
All right, 17th hole, medium length, might be 420. Nate wanted to lay up short of all his bunkers and leave like a 7-iron in. I convinced him to go with driver. He's been hitting that cut beautifully all day. Just turned at those left bunkers and turned over to the right. Unfortunately, he's a bit tired, and he ends up pulling it. I wouldn't say pull. It just didn't cut whatsoever. Right over the top of that bunker. It ends up
Okay.
next to the bee bush. But we've got just like a gap wedge in. Decent little angle. The pin's way back. Hits a good wedge to maybe 20 feet and lips out the putt for birdie. So at this point, we know it's pretty much over.
What's going on over there?
Things interesting.
That would have.
I wouldn't have wanted to do a playoff there.
Oh God, no. Yeah, nah, I've been like, you know what? I concede. I don't need to play one more hole in this heat, and then go to Arizona and play 72 more holes. I hear you. But I'm glad you're hanging in there.
So yeah, ended up being a playoff at -2 for the final spot. Would have had to hole out on 18 from the fairway to get to that, but clearly not going to happen. But as hot as it was, as tired as Nathan was, as much as he hasn't been playing, I thought he handled himself very well. I'm glad he hung in there for the whole round and didn't give up. Either way, I'm going to be there at the US Mid Am caddying for my friend Sean, who is exempt into the event. So next video will be at the US Mid Am. See you there. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.